In this session, we're going to look at a very important concept, which is decentralized finance through the lenses of what we can call decentralized applications. Let's see how they are, how those decentralized applications are helping shape decentralized finance and what really makes it up. Now, the concept of decentralized finance is very interesting because it's based on the leveraging blockchain-based technologies to actually build into those protocols incentives that help applications to remain decentralized over time. It means that those applications would be primarily owned and moved forward by the community who is actually handling the underlying application through a set of incentives based on a sort of token economy. Let's see what that means in a practical level. Now, when you're building a decentralized application, you're usually doing it by leveraging on an existing blockchain protocol. There are several blockchain protocols where you can build decentralized applications. For the sake of this lesson, we're going to look at the Ethereum blockchain. Now, imagine the case that you want to build a decentralized application on top of Ethereum. What you're going to do, you're going to use the Ethereum native language, which is Solidity, to actually code a smart contract. A smart contract is just really a way to automate a set of, let's say, transactions that might happen between individuals on top of the blockchain. So it's a set of rules within a digital contract that are automatically executed when certain things are, let's say, triggered. So when certain parameters are triggered, which are part of the smart contract. For instance, when you code a smart contract on Ethereum, you're gonna have the chance to build, let's say, your own token. So on Ethereum, you can use the underlying protocol, but you can build your own new token. So a token that you're going to use to incentivize the community to be part of the project, to invest into the project, to make the project grow. So what happens is that the underlying infrastructure is the blockchain protocol, which again can be Ethereum, can be Solana, Avalanche. I mean, there are many other now layer one, so protocols that work as underlying infrastructure for those decentralized finance applications. Once you have the protocol, on top of the protocol, you can set up a smart contract, which is gonna set up a few key parameters for the token also to be issued, and for the rules that trigger certain that are triggered by those parameters. So for instance, you can set up in a smart contract things like the total supply, what's the balance, and other functions within the smart contract. And therefore the smart contract becomes the underlying let's say set of rules that is going to power up a front-end interface that is going to be the interface that users will deal with. Imagine the case of users who use a decentralized application to actually manage payments, and the front end is going to work in a way that enables those users to handle peer-to-peer transactions based on a smart contract rules who underlying have a main layer one protocol. And the token who is actually generated by those decentralized applications can be used to incentivize the community to promote the project, to keep using the project, and to move the project forward also in terms of governance. Now, when you look at the decentralized application, usually there are several elements that make it up. For this context, we can look at four main ones. So the application must be open source, meaning that the front-end interface can be developed as you like, and UX can be customized as you like, but then the underlying the code underlying the project needs to be open source. The data must be stored on a decentralized blockchain, as we saw when you actually build a decentralized application, and also if you issue a token, still is going to sit on top of a blockchain of your choice, a layer one blockchain of your choice, like for instance in this case Ethereum. This means that the transactions that are happening on top of these decentralized applications will be actually visible and transparent on top of the blockchain protocol. And the decentralized applications must generate create those tokens as a sort of proof of value, meaning that when you're having transactions happening between, for instance, individuals within the decentralized application, the token is going to work not only as an incentive for the community to bring the project forward, but also as a way to prove that those transactions happen in the first place. So the token has various functions within the applications, from store of value to validating the transaction, to staking, meaning that users can, for instance, block or lock the tokens they own within the project so that they can participate in the governance of the project. And the tokens can be distributed as rewards on the network. So the token, again, not only as a store of value, not only as a way for users to participate in the community, to participate in the governance of the project, but also as a way to incentivize the community to keep leading the project forward. And this is how a decentralized application is made of. And it's very interesting because, again, decentralized applications right now are exploring various features and use cases, and this is definitely a very interesting industry to look at.